Welcome to Mr. Heaton's Math Lab, and in this video we're going to learn how to divide. Now let's imagine that we have, say, 15 bananas, which we have listed here. Now say we have these 15 bananas and we have a total of 5 friends, and we want to divide those bananas equally between the 5 friends. So how many bananas would each friend get? So what we can do is we can group these bananas. And if we group them in this direction, what we'll notice is that we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. So one group for each friend, and each one of those groups has 1, 2, 3 bananas. So say, for this example, it's pretty easy, but say we had 121 bananas, and how are we going to group that between 11 friends? Well, that might take a little bit of time. So we can do a trick to make this a lot easier. So we can use a multiplication table. Where on the multiplication table, we can take a look at those 15 bananas, which we group between those 5 friends to see that each group will have 3 bananas. So let's take a look at it in a different way now. Again, we have 15 bananas, and we're going to divide it between 5 individuals or 5 groups. So what we can do is we can use our multiplication table, and we know that the number that's going to sit out in front will sit within this white area of our multiplication table, and that the second number actually will fit within either the row or the column. I like to put it here at the top, so that's what we're going to do. But you can also take a look at these values here if you wanted to. So again, we have 15 divided by 5. So I will look for the 15, and I'm going to use 5 as the starting point. So if we start with the 5 here, if we go down the list of 5 until we get to 15, then we move our way back to the multiplication side, and we see that the value will be 3. So that tells us our answer is 3. Now let's try this example. So this time we actually have a total of 20 bananas, and we're going to divide them into equal groups of 4. So we need to figure out how we can do that using the multiplication table. So if we go over here, again, we know that 20 is going to sit within the white values inside of our multiplication table. So we use the 4 as the starting point. So our 4 will start here, and we're going to go down until we find the 20, which is here, and we move our way back across to see that it is 5. So that's equal to 5. Now if we want to go with the banana option, again, we can use this equation to say we have 20 bananas, and we want to divide it into 4 equal groups. Well, I know that this right here is one group, this is another group, this is another group, and this is another group. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, which is what we want. So we would just count the bananas that are inside, and we have a total of 5 bananas inside. And again, that's what we saw here, right? We didn't know that this was 5, but we were given that 4 is our starting point. We look down until we find where 20 is at, and then we work our way back across to see that the answer is 5. Let's try some examples now using just our multiplication table. So again, we have 32, which 32 will be within one of our white squares, but we have a 4. So we start with our 4, we work our way down until we find 32, and then we work our way back to see that the answer is 8. Now let's try this one. Again, we have 24, which will be within the white squares, so we start with the 6, which is here. We work our way down until we get to 24, and then we work our way back across to see that the answer is 4. Let's try this one. So this time we're going to start with the 7, right? Because we have the 7 here. Now we need to find the 63. So if we work our way down, 63 is here. So we'll work our way back across to see that the answer is 9. Now let's try all these. So now we start with the 6 for the first question. So 6 is here. We work our way down until we get to 60, and we work our way back across to see that the answer is 10. Now if we try the next one, we have 35 divided by 5. So we look at 5, work our way down until we get to 35, and work our way back across to see that the answer is 7. Next one is 56 divided by 7. So we'll start with the 7. We work our way down until we get to 56, then work our way back across to see that the answer is 8. Okay, so now let's try 8. So if we have 8 here, now this one's a little tricky. Remember, we start with 8, which goes here, and then we try to find where the value of 8 is at in the white squares, which is here. We work our way back across, and the answer is 1. Now let's try some more. So we have 72 divided by 8. So we'll start with 8 here. We work our way down until we get to 72. Then we work our way back across to get to 9. So our answer is 9. Next one, 45 divided by 5. So we start with 5, right? We always start with the second value. We work our way down until we get to 45, which is here. Go back across, and that again is 9. Now 12 divided by 3. 3 starts here. We work our way down until we get to 12. Then we work our way across, and we get 4. Now let's try this one. 42 divided by 6. So we start with 6. Work our way down until we get to 42. Then work our way across, and we get to 7. Now let's look at some special cases. So if we have, say, 63 divided by 0, well then what we'll do is we'll start with 0, which is here. And if you notice, we work our way down, it's always 0, which means that this does not exist. This can't happen. We can never divide a number by 0. It does not exist. Okay, now let's try this other one. We have 1 divided by 1. So we start with 1, we go to 1, and it brings us back to 1. So 1 divided by 1 will always be 1. And lastly, say we have 50 divided by 10. So we start with 10 here, we work our way down, we get to 50, and we work our way back across. So whenever we see any number divided by itself, it really is just going to answer that first digit on our first value here. So if, say, you had 40 divided by 10, it would actually just be 4. It's a little trick to make things easier for yourself, and it actually helps out when we get into bigger values as well. So say again we have 30 divided by 10, we would know that the answer is 3 because it's just the value that's right in front. If you're looking to take your math skills to the next level, check out Mr. Heaton's Math Lab. We offer a range of resources to help you succeed, from free workbooks and Common Core assessments to focused mini courses and comprehensive curriculum courses. Head over to www.mrheatonsmathlab.com to get started today.